The hum from Aron's lab was a constant thrum in the background, even as I busied myself setting the table. My penthouse condo, usually a canvas for our playful evening soirees, felt brittle, charged. Tonight was different. It was anniversary night, and the air crackled with unspoken tension. "Anime, darling," Tara Osinski purred, her voice a silk thread cutting through the hum. "Your husband seems unusually preoccupied. Everything all right?" Tara, with her knowing glance and flawless black dress, always had a knack for zeroing in on the cracks. "He's fine. Just tired," I said, though my gaze lingered on the heavy oak door of the lab. Aron loved to call his work his baby. He was obsessed, some might say, but tonight, even that detached enthusiasm felt replaced by a nervous energy. The dinner guests arrived. Usual suspects, you might say. A lawyer with ambitions bigger than his stomach, an artist whose works were as unsettlingly erotic as his expressions were charming. They spoke of their latest triumphs, but their gazes kept drifting towards Aron, like moths drawn to a flickering flame. He sat at the head of the table, pale, almost gaunt. He barely touched his food, his eyes flitting between his notes and the guests. He looked like a caged bird, yearning for release, for a place where he belonged. After dinner, we played 20 Questions, Aron's invention. He always insisted on it, believing it tested more than just intelligence. It's called trying to decipher the thoughts of a man who has spent his life exploring the universe. For all the scientific brilliance, my husband remained an enigma, even to me. Tonight the game seemed warped, the riddles laced with a darker undertow. Then chaos erupted. A careless guest knocked over a sculptor, a rare piece we had purchased at an upscale auction earlier in the year. He tripped, sending the sculpture crashing against a shelf, knocking something else loose. As he cursed, a faint grinding sound echoed from behind the bookcase. It wasn't supposed to be part of the design. "Yes, that's right," Aron had once said. "A secret space, a refuge for my thoughts." His eyes, usually so full of wonder, were filled with a chilling note of defiance. He hadn't been there. Not anymore. We found him behind the bookcase, collapsed among half-finished books and scattered papers. His lab coat was stained with a viscous, luminescent liquid that emitted a faint electrical hum. The police arrived, their fluorescent lights turning the drawing room into a crime scene. They spoke of an apparent struggle, a possible robbery, but Tara, with her trademark confidence, already had a theory. A poisoned drink, a disgruntled former colleague, something fueled by jealousy and ambition. I watched her, my world shrinking to the size of this polished room, the air heavy with suspicion. The story was twisting in on itself, a web of carefully constructed lies and half-truths. Anne, my assistant, her gaze as sharp as any detective I'd ever seen, noticed something too. A faint aroma, unmistakable, lingered in the air. It was the heady scent of Tara's signature perfume, a blend of jasmine, sandalwood, and dragon fruit. Tara was distraught, she claimed, but beneath the facade of grief, I saw the cold satisfaction of a woman who had executed her plan flawlessly. I walked Anne through the entire evening, retracing our steps, pointing out inconsistencies in our alibis, searching for a truth hidden beneath the layers of deceit. Suddenly, Anne stopped me, her gaze fixed on a corner of the lab. The air was still. The vial of luminescent liquid lay shattered against the wall. It had been poured, not spilled. Anne looked at me, her face a mask of shock. "It wasn't meant to be spilled, Rita," she said softly. Her voice was clear, unwavering. That was when everything clicked. The scent, the spilled vial, the carefully plotted narrative. They hadn't just been playing a game, they were playing for keeps. Tara had never cared for Aron. She just wanted his brilliance, his research, his secrets, and she was willing to do whatever it took to possess them. The realization hit me like a physical blow. Aron had been killed not by jealousy or greed, but by a desire that twisted into obsession, a desire I couldn't quite understand, but could only begin to fear. And as the city lights faded to dusk, I knew that Tara wasn't safe, not anymore. The truth was a dangerous thing, and she had unleashed a force far greater than herself.